Assalamu alaikum to some of you and peace to the rest of you. Country Black here again for the third time because I got two wives and I really need the overtime pay. I'm narrating again for Jet Black, who really needs a new nickname at this point. I mean, this guy is out here looking like a founding member of the Blue Vein Society and claiming he's the descendant of some Wolof warriors that teamed up with the Taino and fought the first slave rebellion in the Americas in history. He ain't no kind of African warrior. He's too light-skinned to be any kind of warrior at all. If he even so much as can throw hands, he'd have to lay out in the sun for about 2 afternoons straight to have a chance in hell at it. I shook his hand this morning, and I got lighter. He's running a negative balance on his melanin count, so I'm losing some every time I shake his hand. Here's the worst part. He's not scared of people. He needs to be scared because he's damn near transparent, but he doesn't have the good sense to be afraid, though. Someone please cash app his yellow ass so he can take 2 days off to lay in the sun before... Wait, what?
He's about to come down the hall now. I just heard him leave his office, so...
Oh, good looking out, Razor. Thank you. I guess I better not roast him anymore like that. Here he comes, with his midnight under-the-bed looking ass. He's so black he sneezed into a cup of hot water and it became coffee. He jumped into the hot tub with his wife on their last vacation in Bali and turned the tub into black tea. He slept on a bed sheet with little white cherubs printed on it, and the next morning they were little black panthers, and some of them were animated, trying to sell final call papers and bean pies. In Bali, he put his American passport in his pocket, and when he took it back out, it was a diplomatic Wakandan passport. He donated blood to a blood bank, and they sold it to Chevron and paid off all their debts. He went to the hospital for a blood test and found out that his blood type is Saudi crude oil. Did I tell you all about Jet's second job? He gets paid to stand outside of some people's bedroom windows at sunrise, not to peek in on them, but so they can sleep longer. He's real good at blocking the sun from their windows, too. On his first day at the job, the sun came up and he was already outside a customer's bedroom window, so the sun just gave up and went back down for a few more hours. He's beyond black. Oxford had to add a new word to English to even describe him. It's spelled B-L-U-R-P-L-E. Yeah, it rhymes with purple. Oxford combined blue, black, and purple to be blurple just for him. I mean, he drinks water and still manages to piss out Folgers somehow.
He's gone now, Kuntree. You can start the topic now.
Before I start, how about we stop your accent? Stuffy-ass Brits out here trying to tell us FBA what to do. You ain't no real black man anyway. What ninja talks like King Charles?
Thou art upset because thy English soundeth like the rough attempt at human speech on the part of a poor farmer whose crops withereth under the absence of his intellect.
Here you go with that Shakespeare shit again. Can't nobody understand your ancient talking ass.
Thy double negatives render the listener convinced of thy bestiality. However, thy wit was evident when applied to Jet Black. Why dost thou blow out the light of such sharp intellect when in discourse with me?
What did you just call me? Did you just call me a double nigger?
Not yet, my rural colleague from the farmlands of Alabama. I didn't even call you half of a nigger yet, despite how many red and yellow niggers you have called Jet Black with your Niglish language. You're about to be transferred to the mailroom with the really powerful air conditioning.
All right. You win. I don't want that AC that might have me turning and talking white like your ancient biblical talking ass. So back to the topic. I better make it quick since this stuffy James Bond wannabe wasted a lot of time arguing with me over here. Brethren, if you have daughters already, the best advice you can give them is that they have two choices as black women, no matter their nationality. They can either choose to be single, and they will have to stick with that decision when they reach the age in which men won't choose them anymore, or they can choose while they're young to get the best man that will marry them and then help and listen to that man as a wife permanently. Jet sent us here to tell you this because there is a disturbing trend that even African women in Europe are now beginning to admit they can see. In North America, sisters won't admit that white men aren't about to treat them equally to how they would treat a white woman. However, the African women in Europe are beginning to admit that, frankly, white European men aren't prepared to treat them equally. They are admitting that the white men they get aren't the same as the white men that white women get, and that these men know this and often do turn on these women, even if they have children with them. They're admitting to what they observe. To see where they're admitting this, go to Wungle Zalalam's YouTube channel, and just in case my country ass mispronounced her name, grab a pen and paper and spell it correctly. Her last name is spelled Zelalem. You're welcome. The video is titled, "Stop Marrying European Men, Says Social Worker Warning African Women." It's a pattern there, just like it is in North America. And this means that white men have it in them unless they are aware of this white societal expectation and they go against it consciously for whatever reason, choosing to betray their own race because their race is wrong. They have it in them to harm black women, period, without this conscious decision. The fact is that we love our black daughters, and Lord knows that Razor, despite our argument, Jet and I do love our black daughters like dads are divinely designed to. Thus, you and we have to tell our daughters that because of the decisions of other black women before their time, they themselves will have two choices only, and they will pretty much be limited to choosing black men. They are socially pressured to not choose or accepting non-black men that non-black women won't choose, and at the risk to their own safety. This is the unfortunate meaning of collateral damage, and we don't wish this on women of any race that didn't provoke it, but we must know that we can't prevent this, just like we can't look at a woman of any race and know her character. This is what Jet sent me to tell you. He and I both, and even Razor's old cheap James Bond Jones imitation ass, all sincerely hope this helps. Thanks for listening. As always, black, heterosexual, non-select male power, because the misandrists don't like it, and black patriarchy until extinction or judgment day. Thanks for flying with us here on Jet Black Air, where the phrase jet black is also a verb. Keep jetting black with us until the wings and the wheels fall off. Gender, justice, forever.